Have you ever found yourself freezing mid-sentence when talking to a native speaker? You know what you want to say about your daily routine or the things you own, but the words just get stuck. Today, we are going to fix that. By mastering two specific grammatical rules, you will eliminate the most common translation mistakes non-native speakers make. Staying consistent for 3 days in a row is how you turn a one-time lesson into a lasting habit. You are moving beyond the introductory phase and into the core mechanics of the language. Mastering these two structures gives you a predictable template for everyday conversations. It removes the guesswork from explaining what you need to do and what you own, making your speech feel more rhythmic and less like a literal translation. Let's look at the first rule, expressing an obligation. The formula is subject plus have to plus the first form of a verb. Notice the verb at the end. This structure requires an action word when you are forced to do something non-negotiable. If your alarm goes off at 5 a.m. and you dread getting out of bed, you say, I have to wake up early. You don't like it, but it is necessary. Or if you are directing someone else to complete a mandatory task, you say, you have to finish your homework. Now, say these out loud with me to build that physical muscle memory. I have to wake up early. You have to finish your homework. Using have to clarifies your intent. It tells the listener the following action is a necessity, which helps avoid any confusion about whether you are making a suggestion or stating a fact. Now, let's look at how we talk about things we own. The formula shifts to subject plus have plus an item. By removing the action verb entirely, have becomes the main verb connecting you to an object you possess. If you just bought a piece of technology, you say, I have a new phone, or I have a laptop. This also applies to intangible traits. You can say, you have a great personality, or she has long hair. Practice this out loud right now to feel the difference from the first rule. Say, I have a red bag. Then say, you have beautiful handwriting. Dropping the word to shifts the mechanics of the sentence. You are no longer talking about an action you are forced to perform. You are stating that you possess an asset. We need to address a mechanical change that happens when you stop talking about yourself and start talking about someone else. When the subject is I, you, we, or they, use have. But if the subject becomes he, she, or it, the verb mutates into has. For obligations, he has to go to work. For possessions, she has a cute pet. Let's lock this in. Say these out loud with me. He has to attend a meeting. She has a cute pet. If you use have instead of has for third-person subjects, it immediately breaks the rhythm of the sentence for a native listener. Mastering this specific pivot ensures your English sounds structurally natural. Imagine a real conversation. Your friend says, I have to wake up early for work. You ask, do you have a car? Notice how smoothly the conversation flows from complaining about a mandatory work routine using Rule 1 right into asking about owning a vehicle using Rule 2. Now it is time to test your comprehension. I will show you 5 incomplete sentences. You have 3 seconds per question to choose whether the blank requires have, has, have to, or has to. Do not wait for the screen to give you the solution. Lock your answers in your mind or write them down now so we can grade them. While you finalize your answers, let's fix the specific errors that cause most beginners to fail these exact types of sentences. A literal translation often results in saying, she have a big house, or he have to go. We apply our pronoun pivot to fix this. The correct structure is, she has a big house, and he has to go. By catching that third-person error before it leaves your mouth, your output instantly upgrades from a broken translation to a structurally sound English sentence. To increase the complexity of your sentences, we are swapping out basic terms for these 5 vocabulary words. Compulsory means something must be done. Reluctant means you don't want to do it. Possession is something you own. Obliged means feeling forced to help. And essential means very important. Here is your required task for today. You need to write 3 distinct sentences using our have to obligation formula and 3 distinct sentences using our have possession formula. There is one strict parameter for this assignment. You must successfully incorporate at least 2 of those 5 new vocabulary words into your sentences. Write your final sentences in the comments below. I will personally review your work, check your grammar, and reply with direct feedback. Writing these sentences requires you to apply the logic we discussed today to your own life. Taking this final step turns the lesson into a practical tool you can actually use. I will see you in tomorrow's lesson.